Good evening, London. Allow me first to apologize for this
Emergency channel!
I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility, repetition.
Bloody hell.
I enjoy them as much as any bloke. But in the spirit of commemoration,
Who's that, Mum?
whereby those important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle, are celebrated with a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak.
Let me think, just let me
I
think.
suspect even now, orders are being shouted into telephones, and men with guns will soon be on their way.
It's Chancellor Sutler.
Damn it!
Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there?
You designed it, sir. You wanted it foolproof. You told me every television in London.
Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where once you had the freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission.
We need cameras.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid. Who wouldn't be? War, terror, disease. There were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best of you, and in your panic you turned to the now High Chancellor Adam Sutler. He promised you order, he promised you peace, and all he demanded in return was your silent, obedient consent.
Inspector?
It's called Debs, motherfucker! What's my shit, bitch?
That was, we were just fighting it with everything we had to push him back. I got pinned to the doorway. They ripped my mask off, stole my equipment, beat me up, sprayed me with everything. Thankfully I was able to get out before any permanent damage was done. If it wasn't my job, I would have done that for free. You know, it was absolutely my pleasure to crush a white nationalist insurrection, and I'm glad I was in a position to be able to help. So we'll do it as many times as it takes.
And then I did also want to talk about a lot of theories and ideas swirling around as far as, did Trump's speech before the Capitol riot constitute legally inciting a riot? Keep in mind, he didn't actually say go in there and harm people. But, I mean, it was a lot of doublespeak. He said, let's go there and encourage our brave senators. It almost seemed sarcastic. I mean, that was my perspective as I was watching his speech. And then, of course, as he was marching down there, he said he was going to march with them. But President Donald Trump did not march with the protesters to Capitol Hill. And, of course, when the protesters got there, they were directionless. And it just seems like they went fucking crazy. A lot of them had brought in pipe bombs, Molotov cocktails, weapons, many reports, lots of evidence. It's pretty undeniable. And then as far as Trump being legally culpable, I don't know. I don't know if the charges will stick. I don't know if there'll be enough Republicans to approve of the impeachment charges. I simply don't know. But do I personally hold him responsible? I do. And I think a lot of people in this country do. And he's going to have to be held accountable one way or another.
Awesome patriots when they're sick of
of the few. A real fighter. Thank you, Mark. Kimberly.
Yes, have the courage to do the right thing. Fight.
Let's have trial by combat.
Oh, the land of the free.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
We'll pause.
Protesters are in the building.
Thank you.
There wasn't anything you said.
They're gonna stand.
And the last thing that I did want to talk about is something that seems to not click with the reality in the minds of many in the right wing, and especially Trumpies. It's an indisputable fact that the right wing gets treated so fucking cozy by the police in comparison to the left wing. I've been to left wing protests. Some of us we get our fucking skulls beaten to the fucking ground, sometimes for no reason. But you guys get to storm the federal Capitol building in Washington, D.C., run in and just beat the shit out of cops, and you don't think there's any repercussions. Don't you see the white privilege in that? The piece of shit, white, Christian, imperialist, garbage perspective that you have? You should be ashamed of yourselves. You really should be. So I'm going to go ahead and, just because the insomnia is starting to wear off, thankfully enough, I'm going to go ahead and end the Bong Commentary here. I'm going to do a dab to wish you all a good night. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry tonight it was a little bit dark, but, changes have to be made. So I'll go ahead and be uploading this soon, and again, thank you so much for watching. I'll be ending with one more video as well.
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go.